Welcome to our YouTube channel, where wisdom meets inspiration. In this channel, we share valuable insights to help you become the best version of yourself. Our content is designed to uplift your spirit and enrich your life. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to stay connected with this incredible journey. Click the subscribe button below.
Today I am here to tell you a few things which can relate to your life. The life of a student is not easy. The life of a student, right from the start, there are students over here who I'm sure have had even difficulties in getting the basic education. Maybe you had to travel a few kilometers to complete your primary school and your middle school and your high school. Then comes the most important part, which is trying to get into either your IIT JEEs or into some of your best engineering colleges. Yes or no? I can't hear you. Louder. You all had a tea break, right? Then where is the energy? When you are in Ramakrishna Math, you got to be resounding with energy. There has to be nothing but only positive vibrations. Because let me tell you, friends, this is a place of miracles, and I have seen miracles happen. When I say miracles, these are not miracles that happen out of thin air, but these are miracles which transform you for a lifetime. This is a place which brings that change in you which you have been longing for. This is the place which will give you a wonderful life ahead. This is a place which teaches you those life skills which no other institute can teach you. So please put your hands together once again for the wonderful work that the Ramakrishna Math and the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence does. And I am sure in your college there must have been a couple of more 100 students. But out of that, only you people have come over here. And don't leave it as a destiny. This is your luck. This is your fortune. This is your good luck which is trying to bring that big change in you. And I'm sure that you will continue with this change. So let me just dwell back on some of the stories that we've been hearing since morning. The first thing is the story of travel of Swamiji from here to Chicago. Was it easy? Was the travel or the journey of Swamiji easy? No, it was very difficult. Just like how I compared to your education, Swamiji himself had to go through a lot of troubles. But did he give it up? No, he continued. He was persistent. He said that I will go, I will speak, and I will bring the much required help to our nation. As Swamiji said earlier, that Swamiji used to really give a special mention to the motherland. The moment somebody speaks about India, mother, his feelings used to be different. And that is the same thing that I want you to have towards whatever course you are doing. Maybe you are pursuing your nursing. Maybe you are pursuing your engineering. Maybe you are pursuing your other degrees. Don't do it as a checklist. Do it with passion. Before you entered the course, didn't you think that, I have to get into this college, I have to do this course, yes or no? You wanted to do computer science, you wanted to do your electronics, and finally you got into it. But what happened after you got into it? Why is it that you have been distracted? Where is it that you have lost all your interest? I want you to bring back that interest. Are there any people who have lost the interest after joining the course? We are in Ramakrishna Math. I want you to raise your hands, and it takes courage to try and tell the truth. Anybody who has lost interest? I see one girl. Please clap for her because she is being honest. It takes courage to try and be honest. Ma, I have only one request for you. Please bring back that interest, and I'm sure that you will graduate with nothing less than a gold medal. Please give her a big hand. Telling truth is not easy. Standing courageously in front of people is not easy. Committing in front of people is not easy. She has done it. I want you people to learn. See, this is all experiential learning. Learning what we do in colleges and schools is in academics through books. But what you learn over here is through experience. People are coming and sharing their experiences. They have shared the experiences of Swami Vivekananda. They have shared their own experiences. You have a lot to learn. Just water? I have it. So friends, that was the first part. The second part, story of resilience. A lot of us go through troubles in our life. But how many of us, after falling down, rise up to the occasion? It's not easy. It's not easy, very difficult. People can tell stories, but then you as a person, when you come out of difficulties and rise up like a phoenix, that is what Japan as a country did. It did not continue to be a country where they wanted empathy. Japan laid the way for people to look up to head with the head held high. Japan is a country which has got so many values, and those values are taught right from the time when there are small children. For example, you must have seen some of the WhatsApp videos. If there is a small child who is wanting to cross the road, the traffic on both the sides will come to a halt and will allow the girl to walk across the road. But the story doesn't end there. The girl, after she reaches on the other side of the road, continues to thank the person for a long time. This is respect. This is values. We as a country are a rich country which had so many rich values. Where have they disappeared? How many of us take the blessings of our teacher? Very recently we had the Teachers' Day. How many of us try and take the blessings of our parents? These are very, very important and crucial things. This is something which we knew even before Japan had those values. Where have they disappeared? I want you people to bring these values back in life. I want other people to see you and emulate you. You people have to become the role models for the next generation. Next, I would like to talk about being responsible. Responsibility is something which you hold in your hands. How many times have we, without thinking twice, thrown maybe a packet of chips after we have eaten, or discarded a bottle of water just on the road, or you ate a banana or a plantain and you just threw it out of the window? Let me give you an example. I was living with a friend who was born and brought up in Singapore. When we were studying together, we went out, and on the evening after I came back, this friend of mine did something which really surprised me. We went round the city the whole day, and this was in London. And after we came back, the first thing that he did was, he looked, where is the garbage can, went to the garbage can and took out all the garbage from his pocket. He didn't throw a piece of paper the whole day. He kept on putting the garbage only in his pocket. No, that is the value of trying to keep your own city, your own village, your own country clean. That is the value of integrity. What is integrity? Integrity is doing something right when nobody is watching you. When somebody is watching you, you always want to do the right things. But when nobody is watching you, you want to do the right things. That is integrity, and that is responsibility. Now that responsibility is in your hands, right? I want you to be accountable. I want you people to be people who can show commitment to this very motherland. Friends, it's very easy to take admission to some university abroad, go and finish your studies there. But what are you doing that for? You're doing it for Insta? Are you doing it for Facebook? Are you doing it to show it to the world? Or are you trying to do something for yourself where you can come back and do something for this country? Are you trying to add value to this country? Are you trying to see what is this country missing as compared to the country where you went for your studies, and what is it that you can bring a change for? Trust me, as a student, when I went, I definitely had determined that I will not live in the country anymore after I finish my studies, but I will come back. And a lot of friends of mine, relatives, they all said, all these are stories. Once somebody leaves this country, they never come back to India. But friends, it's your determination. If you feel that you can come back, you can achieve certain things, you can. And this is the calling. I had my parents. I felt that I have to take care of my parents when they took care of me when I was a child. And when the time is right, I leave them alone and I just disappear abroad. It's not fair. So I finished my studies, I came back, and I'm so happy to tell you that I took care of them till their last day of their life. The kind of satisfaction that it gives when you take care of your parents, which we are almost forgetting. Every day you see advertisements of home for the aged. Why are homes for the aged coming up in this country? A country which says this is motherland. Why are you sending your own mother to some other place to be looked after? Is she become a burden for you? It is the same mother who made you walk those baby steps. It is the same mother who fed you with her hand. Without she eating, she remained hungry, but she fed you. And when it is time for you to feed her, you want to tell that somebody else should take care of her? Is it right? Friends, please stop. Even if your parents want to send your grandparents somewhere, tell them, we will take care of them if you don't want to take care, but they will not leave this house. I want you to take that step. Tell your parents that grandmother, grandfather will stay in this house. We will take care of them. Take that responsibility in your hands. You are capable. You are very much capable of doing it. Okay? But all said and done, learn to be joyful. You know, just being serious doesn't help you. Life has to be like a song. Yesterday I was reading, Ma Sharda Devi never did cooking without singing a song. She used to hum songs and only then cook. How many of us are really taking the delight in trying to do anything? When you start taking delight in whatever work you do, you will never see it as a burden. You will enjoy it. Everybody has heard about A.R. Rahman? Yes, no? Thank you. What is the time when A.R. Rahman records his songs? he records it only in the middle of the night after 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. A.R. Rahman doesn't work 9 to 5. He doesn't take his guitar at 9 o'clock and says 5 o'clock over, we will do the recording tomorrow. No way. You got to be creative. You got to be innovative. You got to be joyful in whatever you do. And you will never see it as work. As an HR person, training and development is part of HR. But a lot of times in the corporate world, the HR people don't want to take the responsibility of training and development. They want to give it to somebody else. All my life, the last 36 years, wherever I have worked, I have fought for training and development, and I have told my managers, I will do HR only if I get training and development. The reason is simple. I have always seen it as something which will help people develop. People develop professionally. You see somebody from nothing to becoming something else in life. Now all that can happen only when you love your work, when you love what you're doing. So friends, it's a simple request. Don't do any course just because you have to do it. Start loving it. And you will find it so enriching. You will feel like reading about it. You will feel like understanding it. You will feel like going into the depth. And then your friends will be surprised. How is it that you know so much about this subject when I do not know, and both of us are doing engineering together? You can tell them it is the passion that drives in me. Right? So be passionate about whatever you do. I'll tell you one more example, a standing example. You all heard about Amitabh Bachchan? Who is Amitabh Bachchan? I'm sorry I can't speak Kannada, otherwise I would not have spoken in English today. He's an actor. He's a superstar. Today he is famous for his Kaun Banega Karodpati. But as a human being, people are scared to work with Amitabh Bachchan. Why? He's extremely punctual. If the shooting has to begin at 7 o'clock, Amitabh Bachchan will not be there at 7, he will be there at 6:50. 10 minutes to 7. There are stories where people have not slept in the night because next day the shooting is with Amitabh Bachchan. And the story doesn't end there. Every time Amitabh Bachchan makes a movie, he reads the script so many times as if he is doing the acting for the first time. Now that's passion. That's passion. I want you people to drive anything that you do with passion. Okay? And last but not the least, yesterday I was so fortunate when I was coming from the airport. I met this gentleman called Ranjan. Okay? You all know Ranjan? How many of you know Ranjan? Can you give a big hand for Ranjan, please? Ranjan, can we have you on the stage for a minute? No, come here. I definitely want to tell the phenomenal work that he is doing on waste management. I was so happy. The entire journey of mine from Mangalore airport to the Ramakrishna Mutt was a joyful ride which we will remember for a lifetime. Friends, it needs somebody to be innovative. It needs somebody to have a fresh thought. And Ranjan told me that this was all because of the Adhyaksh Maharaj who has given that push. Captain Karnik sir, who has also been phenomenal in trying to drive this initiative, sir was telling me this morning also. And all this, they are doing it for whom? They are doing it for all of us, people living in Mangalore, so that your next generations can live in a wonderful atmosphere. Friends, prajna which is the day to day, is nothing but a journey, an insight into the truth. I want each one of you to introspect yourself, look inside yourself. See if you have these characteristics in you. P stands for persistence and patience. R stands for responsibility, which I told you. It also stands for resilience, how to come up from difficulties. A stands for being accountable. J stands for taking joy in whatever you do. N stands for new ideas and innovation, like the work that we are doing out of Ramakrishna Math in Mangaluru. And another A, which wants you to be authentic and genuine, so that the world knows that you are really connected with your heart. So please try and practice this PRAJNA, which is nothing but an acronym for some of the characteristics or attributes that I want you to take home today. If you have not been practicing them, start practicing at least a few. Make that change in yourself. The people at home should say, something is wrong with you. Where did you go today? Your neighbors should say, this girl or this boy was not this type. He has changed or she has changed. People have to say that. You shouldn't look at the mirror and say, I changed. I changed. Right? So promise me that you will take these things, bring a change in yourself, bring a change at home, the community at large, and to this wonderful country which Swami Vivekananda felt was nothing but his home and his motherland. Thank you so very much. Pranams. Namaste.
Become Swami Vivekananda's messenger. Share the video with 3 of your friends.